Hello, Saddleback family. We are here in Warsaw, the capital of Poland, about 2.5 hour drive away from the Ukrainian border. Michelle and I are part of an advance team that traveled to Poland to work with refugees and churches here locally to assess what we can do as a church to help.
What we did when we first got here on our very first day, we went down to the border, the Ukrainian border with Poland. And we wanted to see what was going on there and see, really what was happening. We see a little bit on the news, but to get it firsthand is actually very sobering. We saw thousands and thousands of women and children coming across the border, women who had to leave their husbands at the border as they were going back to fight. And they're coming into a foreign country with a foreign language, and they're bringing their children here. And some of them have no idea what they're going to do next.
We met one woman called Lena. She ran a business together with her husband, and one morning they woke up in Kiev to the sound of detonations. So they grabbed everything they could into suitcases, picked up their team from work, crammed them into 2 cars and rushed. Well, I can't say rushed because it took them hours to get out of Kiev and to the border. They had to leave her husband and her 2 sons, one of them fighting in the war there, and moved across the border, and then finally arrived here at one of the churches that we're working with.
The hardest thing for me is seeing the looks on their faces. I've been in a lot of places in this world, and I'll never get used to the looks on the faces of people when they have nowhere to go. They have no idea what they're going to do. Some of them have no money, and yet they're relying on the help of the Polish people here.
Saddleback has decades of experience in relief. So one of our principles that we have is to work with local churches, always. We don't have the helicopter approach of flying in, dropping stuff, and then taking off when the public discussion has moved on to the next topic. We're interested in lasting relationship embedded in our Christian friends on the ground. So the obvious question is, how can we as a church help here? There's 3 things we can do. We can pray, we can give, and we can go.